Welcome everybody to another episode of A&M Political Views. We are your host, Aviance Watts.
And I'm Michelle Tyson.
Okay, you guys, about a month ago, in Grand Rapids, it's been another issue about police brutality. This guy, Deviante Hood, if I'm hope I'm pronouncing that right. Him and another guy was going up. They was by Division and Hall Street in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Passenger littered out littered. They got pulled over by the police. For those who not familiar with the story, they got pulled over by the police. They ordered the passenger out first in handcuffs, and then they ordered the driver, Mr. Hood, out of the car too. He refused. He did, and I hope I'm getting my facts straight. He resisted because he tried to escape out of the passenger side of the car or whatever. But um, after that, it was three police. It was three police officers. They released the body cams and all that stuff. They pulled him out the car. Okay, this is where it gets crazy because they said he was trying to disarm one of the police, and and I find it ironic that was part of the statement after the fact that they found multiple guns in the car. But okay, I haven't finished the story. Now he tried to escape. He tried to resist, obviously. According, and you can see it on the body cam. But they tackled him down. They handcuffed him, right. Um, and one of the officers punched him like multiple times, like fired off on him like at least 5 to 7 times while he was down with two other officers, and of course he was screaming in pain or whatever. um they picked him up, they handcuffed him. They already had his hands behind his back when the police was punching him. He was letting them have it. So they got him up off the ground. They was, escorting him to the car, and he was complaining about his eye, obviously, because the police was punching him. And the crazy part is he was complaining about his eye and was like, my eye bothered, my eye, or whatever he was saying. The police said, man, you lucky you not dead. And I quote, lucky you not dead. Now, come on, man. I mean, all that, come on. I mean, yeah, okay, of course, they found multiple guns in the car. But that still does not justify what they did. That was still a little excessive. And the crazy, excessive. I mean, yeah, a lot more, yeah, exactly, a lot more excessive. And this is the killing part to me, in my view, in our view. The police chief of Grand Rapids, the GRPD, black man, right? Eric Payne, if I'm not mistaken. He deemed it necessary what the police did. Like he
said it was okay.
Yeah, he said they did what they did. Yeah, they did what they were supposed to do. Mm-hmm. They did what they were supposed to do. That's what he told. That's what and that's the statement he made. They did what they were supposed to do. Of course, Mr. Hood's attorney is, he's defending them. Obviously he's I guess, a pretty good lawyer or whatever. But yeah, that's what's going on. Yeah, that's crazy. And they was punching him. I mean, they was punching this dude. They was, well, not they, but he. And again, that's excessive force. And the police chief deemed it necessary, and he justified it. He justified it. It was justifiable in his eyes. It was, because of course they got the OPA, which is the Office of Operation of. Don't get me wrong. Shoot. I have to look it up. Y'all. But the OPA is the ones who pretty much they demand all the records from the police department. But the only thing is, so they can put a microscope on all the records in the file. Unfortunately, the police department, excuse me, is the ones who have access to all the records in the files. So they can. And right now they're not releasing any of the official records of this case among many other cases because they got access to it. They can not give it to you. They can deny you. And right now, the OPA, what is it? I can't. It's the Office of shoot. I have to look it up.
Public acknowledgement.
Yeah, something like that. Public, something like that. I know it's the OPA. But either way, yeah, they are the ones who are looking closely to these documents. Among, like I say, not as well as this one, as well as many others. That's concerning. But the thing is, the police department can deny or release access of of these records. So, but either way, y'all, I mean, tell me what you think, because at the end of the day, they did find multiple guns on them, and they had this operation they had going, as far as gun violence that they had, some project that they had going on in the streets where they was trying to, stop gun violence, which was cool. I understand that, but come on, man, punching this dude, punching him, and he was helpless. And then they told him, "You lucky you ain't dead. You lucky we ain't kill you." Pretty much.
Didn't he say he was already nervous?
Yeah, he was already nervous. I mean, because of course, yeah, because
everything that's going on.
Yeah, so when
it seems like it's getting worse.
So of course, if you right now at this day and age, when you see those police lights in your rearview mirror, you automatically thinking like, "Uh-oh."
You're nervous.
You nervous, whether you guilty or not. You nervous. Period.
And that's a shame because it's like so many police officers are getting away with a lot of things.
Yeah.
And it's like saying that, George Floyd, his case was 1 in a million. Everybody don't get that lucky. What about the ones that didn't get lucky and they
Zimmermans and all that?
Yeah, I mean,
we ain't gonna get into that, but yeah,
it seems like it's escalating. It's not getting any better. It's escalating, and I wish that it could get better. I think it starts by screening who we allow on our police forces. I believe that we need to screen better when it comes to accepting police candidates, cadets. Actually, even when they go down to the police academy, I think they need to be screened before they even get there. Because honestly, that's where it starts at. If they have that racist mindset before they even get to the academy, then they shouldn't be allowed to join. Because when you join the academy, you agree to protect and serve everyone, not just a certain color. You are agreeing to protect and serve everyone. There are certain positions to where you can't see color. You can only see right or wrong. And being an officer is one of those positions. You can't see color. You can only see right or wrong. And regardless if there was weapons in that car or not, if those gentlemen were not posing a threat, and if you had asked that question, were there any weapons in the car that that you guys needed to know about? I'm pretty sure those gentlemen would have agreed to cooperate without any problem. But when you come up on our young Black men in a hostile manner, of course, they're going to be nervous, they're going to be intimidated, and they're going to be on defense. That because that's what is being shown to them right now. Nothing it's not a unity being shown at the moment.
Not at all. Not at all. So I mean, again, I can't stress it enough. It's something that needs to be done. Like I say, we don't have all the right answers to this, but I do know that something needs to be done to the point where somebody needs to hold them accountable. And I mean, at the end of the day, if you think about it, they not going I mean, they are their own people, so they're not gonna suffer. They looking out for each other, y'all.
That's right.
The police is looking out for each other. Why would the police convict another police? When the last time you seen the police flick another police or pull another police over because his head light out? You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna do that. What's the odds of that happening? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like I said, again, we have to do something, whether it's policing ourselves, and gaining a trust amongst each other, and because we can't trust them. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I'm gonna say this, you guys, especially our young Black males, our minorities, period, whether you're male or female, you know, when you is stopped by the police, do what you need to do.
Just comply.
Just comply.
Yeah, all the smart
Honestly,
mouth and all that.
save it for later.
If you know your laws, okay, cool. But when it get to the point when it's a power struggle,
because they don't care about you knowing the laws. That pisses them off even more.
Because they don't.
Right. So, it's like, just please comply, especially you young folks. If you got a warrant, you got a warrant, just go on and go ahead and do that time. Coronavirus sitting up there creeping back up anyway. It ain't like you're going to be there that long. So go ahead and do what you got to do. I'd rather have you here to live to complain about sitting in that jail cell than seeing RIP on somebody else's shirt. So with that being said, y'all, let's
shift gears a little bit.
Let's shift gears
Speaking
a little
of people
bit.
with felonies and stuff like
that. Yes.
We got something for y'all.
Yes. Well, as you know, the laws for the expungement have changed dramatically, which is a good thing. A lot of people who have possessed marijuana charges from 2018 all the way up until now, those are eligible to be expunged.
Expungable.
Yes. Yes. So, which will help make you employable. That's the great thing about this, because about 23% of the people who have gotten their record expunged have received higher employment rates, more better jobs. So getting your stuff expunged is really, really important, you guys.
Now, is it like a certain amount of felonies, misdemeanors?
Yes. It's unlimited misdemeanors, actually.
Unlimited?
Yes.
Okay.
But the felonies, you can have up to 3.
3?
Yes, okay. You can have up to 3 felonies. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. The applications for this right now, they have like 6,000 applications at the moment. And they process nearly 1,500 to 200.
2,000?
Yeah, to 2,000, I'm sorry. So
a day?
Yeah, it's like they're really trying to
like
push them through, but it's very hard. So they don't want people to get discouraged, but they have found out, like most people, some people, one guy said, hey, we've been waiting 30, 40 years, waiting one more year ain't gonna hurt us.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing.
Good analogy.
That's really good to think about. So you guys, there's a program called Project Clean.
Project Clean.
Yeah, Project Clean, and Project Clean helps for free, you guys. It helps you, gives you the legal advice that you need to help get this process going, because it's not an easy process, and it is a time-consuming process. So I want to encourage everybody to Google, look it up, and do the research on it, especially those of you who have possessed the marijuana charge from 2018 all the way up
because a lot of people don't know, like, that type of stuff that's detrimental to getting your financial aid.
Yes.
And stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you got like a little felony or a little misdemeanor or a little weed case or something like that, and you didn't get it expunged, it's going to affect your financial weight if you're trying to, like, let's just say you really sincerely trying to turn it around and you said, you know, forget it, man, I'm gonna go back to school. You know what I'm saying, or whatever, and they gonna do the whole background check or whatever. So I really encourage those who excuse me, who those that apply to, get it expunged, y'all. You know, look into it.
Now there is a catch to this, you guys. Now, those that have served their time and actually did their programs like they're supposed
And
to,
fulfilled the whole,
and fulfilled
mhm.
the whole criteria that were required of you. Now, those are the people that will be definitely eligible to have their stuff expunged because they want to make sure that they have the opportunity to get a second chance at, you know, get a second chance at life again, you know, to recreate and restart things over. So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But also, this program does not start actually until 2023.
23.
Yes.
2 more years.
Yes.
So it's good to get them in
It's
now.
good to get them in now and get everything going and processed. And also, those that have served their time for
It's a little bit easier for
them. For misdemeanors. It takes up to 7 years to have this cleared off your record. Now, for
I
those,
forgot about that.
yes, for those of you that have felonies, it's going to take up to 10 years to get this off your record. So I don't want anybody to go in this thinking, oh, yeah.
2 years ain't too long then compared to 10.
You know, I don't want anybody going in this thinking, oh, it's going to be clear right away. No, it's not going to be. It's a process. Yeah. And like I said, there are certain criteria. You have to have completed your sentence in time. And also, if you served a sentence within a felony, and if it consequented in death, you used a weapon or something like that.
Self-defense or something like
that. No, not self-defense, like committing murder, you know, just premeditated murder or something like that. You anything that can get you, anything that'll get you a life sentence, you basically cannot get an expungement at all. And also any traffic violations leading into any injury or death, you also cannot get that expunged as well. So those are certain little criteria, stipulations that you might need to know, and you might miss reading. So I just kind of wanted to make sure that everybody knew the stipulations, so you don't go in it blindsided. And make sure you do your research. Like I said, the project is definitely worth looking into. So, let's get those expungement, and let's get our, especially our minorities.
Let's get records cleaned up.
Yes, let's get back to let's get back to hey, doing what we do and seeing what we do best, which is getting into this workforce and getting back to where we know we can stand strong. So.
Yeah, I know that's right. Yeah, y'all. So let's get this stuff scrubbed off, y'all, and just get back to getting this money.
Yes.
Announcement. Got any announcements?
Yes. Okay. You always know we got announcements before we leave, you guys. I'm the vaccination queen for the vaccination clinics. So don't forget to go to Muskegon Heights Academy this week, Wednesday from 2 to 6, and go get vaccinated. If you haven't gotten vaccinated, please go get vaccinated. And then if you have gotten your first vaccination and you need your second vaccination, please go back and go get your second vaccination.
What time is it?
It's from 2 to 6 p.m. at Muskegon Heights Academy in the Tiger Way, right there in the middle. You can't miss it, you guys. And thanks to the Muskegon County Health Department for putting this on, along with the Muskegon Branch NAACP, and then along with Muskegon Heights Academy. Also, you guys. So great job for keeping us going and keeping everybody vaccinated. And don't forget, 16 is you also, if you're 16 and up, go ahead and get it vaccinated now. It's your choice, but it's a step in the right direction for making sure we are all safe.
And that concludes another episode of A&M Political Views. We are your host, Aviance Watts.
And I'm Michelle Tyson.
Thank you for joining us, you guys. Have a good night.